here I am again for Scorpio, talking about what's going to happen. What's going to happen with the Mercury retrograde for the Scorpios. This is happening in your 5th house, which is so, it could be magical. You know, you're one of those signs, and Scorpio is water energy, Pisces is water energy. Wow, if you're single, Scorpio, and you fall in love again, you also could fall head over heels. There's someone really, really having your attention there. And Scorpios normally are a bit, I'm going to be cautious here. I'm going to test them a little bit. So this could turn out even better than you hoped for. You know, if you're the true Scorpion, which is if you're a Scorpion who is very naive, this could work out the other way. You know, that you have to make sure that you're not putting that person on a pedestal. So for love, it's amazing. It's a magical time. For others, it could have to do with their children. So that their children, they're going through that sort of magical time, or they're going through a time where they're a bit lost there. Again, have patience, be there for them. Don't try to force things, analyze things, don't do that. Just listen, just be there for them, and knowing very well that this will be over, this confusion after the first week of April. For other people, it could have to do with a project or with an own business that you're starting, and that has those ingredients of being very creative, being very healing kind of energy. Again, this is really fantastic energy for a project that needs a lot of inspiration and a lot of creativity. You know, this is a time for having a muse and then making a wonderful song, for instance, and based on that connection that you have with someone. So beautiful energy for Scorpios. It could be also a month where you have a lot of enjoyable things that you're doing, and because it's the house of hobbies and the things that we love to do. Sagittarians, again, very important time for you. Why? You are a mutable sign, so, and the sun is a bit in my eye, isn't it? But it's okay. Now, this is happening in your 4th house, which is a core of you, which is about your roots, which is about literally your home, which is about, so there's something going on that could be in the beginning a bit confusing around the home, and if it's not your home literally, it could be your emotional stability. That there is it's a good time to let go of old wounds, considering the family, considering your ancestors, even your parents. There could be a letting go of a parent, and I mean not literally, but you know, you being a bit that because of the relationship that it dissolves a little bit, and that you can make a little bit of distance there, which is sometimes not bad in a relationship to a parent. On another level, it could mean that you're getting a bit nostalgic there and thinking about your when you were younger, thinking about youth. You could if you live in another country, you could go back to your home country and have a great time connecting back with people that you haven't been seen for a long time. Going to try to not do too much here. So on an emotional level, it could have to do with deep structures that has no longer been fitting for you, that they go, that they dissolve. You know, that's Pisces, it dissolves. You don't have to do any effort. So don't try to overanalyze when things happen to you with the house, or could have a bit of problems there as well. You know, that there is some issue in the house with water, maybe. Whatever it is, go and have a bit of patience there. Don't try to force things, it won't work. But do what you need to do. And on another level, it truly means that you're getting a reboot almost when it comes to your emotional security. So it could mean that you're seeing now emotional security comes from within. It doesn't come from, you know, not without, but in your outside world, things are happening with the house, and you can still find that peace inside, and that's very important. Capricorns, this is happening in the 3rd house, not the most important house, but it could really, really have some annoying problems there. So if you are watching this video before the 5th of March, do have some backup with computers, put some important things on extra sticks or whatever, because computers can annoy you, or even telephones or keys that you're getting lost. So it helps by thinking about it in advance to anticipate that, and that can really help. It's a good time to, if you would write a book, to re-edit it actually, and to rethink about the way that you think. It could have to do with communication that comes back to you with someone that you haven't been communicating anymore in a while, because it's Mercury retrograde. It could have to do with a sibling that comes back and that is going, you know, it's like a new connection there. It can also have to do with you doing something with your website, if you have one, or with classes that you do, or you redoing it, you reassessing it, you re-looking at it, and then start new with that after the first week of April. But there's something about your communication style that you could redo, and you know, at least think about your communication style. Be aware, dear Capricorns, that what you say can be misunderstood very easily now. So be very clear from the beginning and put that intention then. It will help you. And the same, if you can be very prone to misunderstand other people, that they don't mean it that way, but that you take it the wrong way. So be aware that that is possible, and then it doesn't have to be that bad. For Aquarians, this is happening in the 2nd house. Not the most important house, but you know, when you're having financial problems, this is a really red flag here. To take it easy and to really rethink your financial structures. This is a good time to do so. And it could mean that you have to redo a lot of things, and that you have to end a certain old way of doing your finances. And then at the beginning of April, or after the first 2 weeks of April, you're understanding, I have to change the way that I do my finances. It's not a good time for Aquarians to be very Aquarius risings for most, because this is mostly about the rising sign. It is not a good idea to be very attached towards your car, your house, your clothes, because that's what Neptune wants, the opposite. It wants you to detach from the material world. And again, I don't want to say that you have to live peacefully and spiritually without any assets. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just your attachment towards it. You know, be aware of it. This could be a very spiritual thing, actually. Having all that Pisces energy in your 2nd house to, you know, to be a bit more detached from your belongings and from the things that are very worthful. Again, yourself, laugh a bit with yourself, laugh a bit with and I mean in a positive way, that don't take yourself too seriously, dear Aquarians, during this time. Last but not least, Pisces, super important. What is going on with the Pisceans? It is time for you to reinvent yourself. If you want to reinvent yourself, good for you. Think about it in March. Don't implement it. Don't implement your new you. Do it after that, after the first week of April. Show who you are, and in a different way, because it's a perfect timing for you to think about how you present yourself, how you come across towards other people, the effect that you have on others, and doing that with integrity, because you're gonna see that certain people, whether you're doing it on purpose or not, are not gonna understand you. They're probably saying, here we go again, the Pisceans are never understood. And but try to understand it from their perspective as well, that they don't do it on purpose, okay? They can only be who they are. And so for you, try to be as clear as if you have to do like a presentation at work, or you have to present yourself in a you know, in front of some of people, or important meetings that you're having. A good thing is that in the beginning you say your intention, and stressing on the fact that you could be misunderstood quite easily. So try to do your best. And I think when the intention is there, the positive intention, you cannot go wrong. So, but it is certainly a time for the Pisceans to show a new you after all, and especially after the new moon at the around about 5th, 6th of the month. There is really a new you emerging and an old you going away, and the shedding of the skin, so to speak, and make use of that. You know, it's more suitable towards your personality. It could be very positive if you need to be an impact for your work, or if you need to, you know, if you're an actor, for instance, and you have to be the role of that person, it could be tremendous. You could win an Oscar with all that Neptunian Piscean energy. So to understand other people and other people being charmed by you because they feel like you are getting them, this could be really a good energy for you. On a creative level, on an inspirational level, oh boy, will you have creative energy. But hold the feet on the ground and surround yourself by people who are a bit down to earth, who are a bit rational, so that all that Piscean energy has a bit of grounding there as well. Having said that, I wish you a very good Mercury retrograde. Enjoy it, and see you soon. Bye bye.